This is TempleOS. I'm going to cover 10 ways to do Hello World. So the command line feeds into a C compiler. So the first way is to type in a program at the command line. Now, any statement outside of a function executes immediately. So if I say main1, we got Hello World. Okay. So this is sitting in memory. We can unassemble the function. It's compiled, it's not interpreted, and there it is. It calls print, and there's the string following the function. Okay, so the second way, we don't need to say print, we can just say a string by itself, because in Holy C a string by itself is printf. So now we say pound include hello o2 cpp.z. Now we have to hit a semicolon just because it analyzes the token ahead, and anyway, that's a special quirk of the command line. So let's just for the fun of it, I'm showing you the ed command. Normally you okay, anyway. So we don't need a main, we can just print a string by itself like this. So if I do a directory, do number 3, so 4, now we're doing a function with a parameter, sending it to print, or we can do a string by itself, %s, remember it's a printf, then we're calling it, sending it a string. Now if you don't use a comma, then it treats it as the the format string. That's a slight variation. I'm just showing all the variations. So now we got 3 Hello Worlds. Now we're on to number 4, number 5, and this is assembly. We have a string with these don't have zeros at the end normally, so we have to add the 0, or we can include the 0 this way. Now we're making a global symbol with the colon. A single colon is not a global symbol. We're calling put string. We have to save the RSI segment register, or not segment register, the RSI register. Then we're calling it. Now I'm going to hit F5 just for, well, no, let's do it the other way. If you hit F5, it executes it immediately. Anyway, that's the editor, similar to Visual Studio. So if you don't use an ampersand is the same thing as an import. We use an underscore just as a convention. It's not required for C callable functions. That's a C callable function. I put an underscore on it. So we have an enter. This is an assembly. You probably have never heard of this assembly, x86 assembly command, enter and leave. This just sets up the stack frame, push BP, move BP, SP. Anyway, so we save the register. Now we're calling it, we get the first argument. Now we're binding underscore main to a C symbol, and then we're calling the C symbol. So now we hit, just for fun, let's get a list of local symbols. So at this point these are like environment variables, scope. It's the scope of environment variables. So at this point we have this many symbols in our symbol table, and we can browse them. We can unassemble the functions and stuff. Anyway, so number 7, this is a ahead of time compile. we're telling it to include all the symbols in Adam's symbol table. Adam is the father of all tasks. He's like Adam and Eve. Anyway, so we're going to ahead of time compile this. Now we have a number 7 bin. We load it. Number 8. Instead of using the pound include, we're doing an import instead of the pound include Adam ahead of time. Okay, so now we ahead of time compile. Now we have to load the bin. Now we made a we have to make a I accidentally deleted that file. We have to make an extern. Okay, so there's a header file for this binary that creates C symbols. So we include it. So now we have a main 8, which is a valid. Okay, now number 9, we're going to, you know what we're going to do? We're going to include it into Adam's symbol table. Adam is the father of all tasks. So this makes it system-wide. This is like a DLL, you could say. Anyway, so we include Adam include. Now I'm going to go over to this other task in main 9. Now it's a system-wide symbol. I'm going to come back here, and number 10. Okay, we're doing a ... function that creates, you know, like this in C++. Well, when you have a ... there's an argc and an argv automatically declared, just like this in C++. So I'm going to go ahead and, so we're going to print the 2 strings as 2 arguments. I'm going to hit F5. There, it got Hello World. Okay, so that's 10 different ways to do Hello World.